Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. This video I kind of hesitated to post because it was kind of all over the place. I filmed it while I was in Miami with OGX, and it's a me cutting my hair video, and I've gotten a ton of requests as to why I haven't posted the video, and I was just like, the lighting was terrible, the quality wasn't that great, so I was like, do I really want to put it out there? And then I put it on Instagram as an IGTV video, and a lot of you guys were saying that that wasn't a cut, it was more like a trim. So I was hesitating, and I was like, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to post this video, but you know what, a lot of you have requested, so here you go. I'm just going to be doing like a little talk through because it kind of was all over the place. So let me explain the situation prior to showing you guys the clip of me cutting my hair. One, I was in my hotel room. Two, I didn't have that much time. Actually, I did it at night, so it was late. It was like 1 in the morning, probably 2 in the morning, and I had no mirror. So that was the issue as to why I didn't really show you guys how I cut it exactly on camera, because I was relying on the monitor, which kind of made me cut more than I originally planned, but then I ended up cutting more hair. Anyways, so I ended up cutting a little bit off on camera, and then the rest I cut it off camera. In the clip that you are about to see me cutting my hair, this clip doesn't really, like, it's not as clear as to how much hair I cut, because I didn't cut off a lot of hair in just one shot. I kind of gradually started to see how it would look, so that way I won't regret it, because if I do it a little bit longer, if I cut a little bit less, I can always, you know, work my way up, which is what I ended up doing, but I didn't show it on camera, which is why a lot of people thought I just trimmed my hair. So in the footage, you're going to see me cutting my hair 1 time or 2 times probably max. The rest of the cutting I did off camera. I did cut my hair while it was soaking wet, because that's like the best way to cut my hair. But I did notice that when I cut my hair, pulling it to the side like this, the back ends up being shorter than the front. So when I go to the hair salon next time, I will definitely get that evened out and add some top layers, because I am okay with cutting my length, but I'm not okay with adding layers to my hair, because that can get, like, that can go south really quickly. So I don't mess with layers. I wait until Ona, my hairstylist, to do that for me. But for the most part, I just cut off the tail or length, and that's what I did. So I think I'm going to do just a little voiceover type of thing to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. So here I washed my hair. I actually didn't wash my hair. I already had it styled for that dinner that was that night. And then I went ahead and saturated my hair with some water. I was sick and tired of my hair, and you guys will probably see that. I don't know how I'm going to word it. I don't know how I'm going to put this in the video, but I was honestly really sick and tired of the length. Detangling wasn't fun, and my wash day was just super long, and I wasn't looking forward to wash day like I typically am. My curls were just dehydrated. The ends were giving me a lot of fairy knots, a lot of issues, and I just wasn't having it. This summer, I can definitely say it was one of the roughest summers for my curly hair, because any other summer I probably would have not chopped off my hair the way I did. And of course, a lot of you don't think it's a big chop, but for me it is a big chop. It went from going under my boob to now above my boobs significantly. It's kind of like just below my shoulders, and to this day I ended up, and recently I actually ended up cutting 1 more inch off, because I thought it was still a little bit too long, but that's like another story for another day. I ended up wetting my hair, detangling it, and then I went on camera to show you guys what I was gonna do to my hair and how I cut my hair, since you guys have actually asked me this in the past. Now, this is not the first time that I cut my hair. I've been cutting my hair since transitioning days, which honestly I would recommend for you to do if you're not scared of cutting your own hair. I feel like you can save a ton of money instead of going into a curly hair salon to cut your hair while you're transitioning. If you're not doing a big chop, I wouldn't suggest to go to the hair salon, because they just charge you a lot of money, especially to get a curly cut, if you're not going to do like a big chop. How can I put this? While you're transitioning, your hair is not going to be while you're transitioning, your hair is not going to, what am I trying to say? Okay, so while you're transitioning, like, you're gonna eventually continue to cut your hair, right? Just to get rid of all the damage, get rid of all of the dead ends, all that good stuff. And depending on how damaged your hair is, you might need to cut a lot. So I would suggest to just do like the curl by curl method. What I used to do is I used to finger coil my hair, and then whatever pieces were stringy towards the end, I would just cut that off. So I think that's like a great advise to do it if you trust yourself, and if you're able to do it, just cut the pieces that are stringy. Get that out the way. Start transitioning. Start making your wash and go and your life much easier. So yeah, so I was just sick and tired of my curly hair this summer. And this never happened to me. Like the humidity, like no product was like taming my hair and keeping it hydrated. I deep condition, you guys know that, on a regular. I drink tons of water, but it just had to go. I had a lot of fairy knots, so I went ahead and I was upset, and I was like, you know what, I am cutting this hair off. So I ended up cutting it. As you guys can see, I cut some hair off. It was kind of difficult, like I mentioned earlier. It was kind of difficult to do just because there was no mirror in front of me, so I was in and out of the frame of the camera, and it was a hot mess. So I'm just doing a talk through, letting you guys know exactly what I did. So what I did is that I pretty much just detangled my hair, like I said. I divided my hair into 2 sections so it's easier to navigate, and instead of doing it as a dry cut like I typically would want it to be done in a hair salon, just because you know how you're gonna wear your hair, you know how your hair falls, every curl falls differently. But when you're taking off length, to me, I feel like it works best if I do it while my hair is soaking wet. So I went ahead and did that. I kind of just brushed it out, make sure like my hair was super stretched out, like as stretched out as it could possibly be. And I held it really, really tight towards the ends, just to make sure that my hair doesn't shrivel back up and kind of messes up what I'm trying to cut. I went ahead and cut a little bit on camera, off camera. I looked at it, saw if I liked it. Sometimes shrinkage is very, very deceiving, so you can get carried away by cutting and cutting and cutting, and then when your hair is fully styled, it's going to be super duper short. That's the only thing I advise you, if you're going to be cutting your hair this way, to take off some length. Make sure you take your time and that you don't get carried away. Maybe do a wash and go, see how it is. Make sure you still like the length, and if you want to take some more off, maybe you can get a clearer understanding once your hair is in a wash and go. That way you don't cut too much hair, because if you cut a little bit less, you can always go back, but if you cut too much, you're gonna be stressed for the next 3 months until your hair grows back. So that's my suggestion. What else did I do? So yeah, I cut my hair off camera, kind of evened it out. I did trim my bangs a little bit. I don't really have bangs, but like the side shorter hair, I did went ahead and trim that up a little bit, because my hair, like my ends were just dry. I don't know why. I don't know what was going on with my hair, but my ends were just dry, and it just had to go. So I went ahead and did that. And then after that, I went ahead and I styled my hair. My hair is significantly short to me. I know you guys probably don't think it is, but honestly, my hair felt so much better. It felt so much thicker, so much healthier, and I actually fell in love with my hair all over again. Like it was just, it sounds a little dramatic, I know, but I really dreaded wash day, and I kept my hair in a bun like this for like majority of the summer. Now I love my hair, but I was doing a makeup tutorial tonight, and I just wanted my hair up. Anyways, so yeah, so I actually really love the way everything started turning out. I was looking at my hair, looking at the length, cut some more off camera, evened it out, make sure my hair looks good. I did style my hair the way I typically always do. I use a Denman brush, and I do the rake. I do the little shake to activate those curls. I scrunch it with a cotton t-shirt, and then I did go to sleep that night wet plopping my hair. If you guys don't know what wet plopping is, I will link my video all about wet plopping in the description box below. That way it can help you guys understand why I wet plop and what is the point. So I did go ahead and wet plop. Because I was wet plopping my hair, I was expecting more shrinkage than usual, but to my surprise, the products that I used didn't really cause that much shrinkage. Like I feel like my hair, like it looked kind of like normal, I guess. It wasn't like additional shrinkage where I was like, oh my god, why did I cut my hair? It looked perfectly fine. I went ahead and diffused my hair the following morning, and as you can see, these are my results. I had a really short clip here showing you guys what my hair looked like, and I honestly love the way everything turned out. I would definitely do it again. I've been cutting my hair on my own, and I suggest you to do it as well when you're transitioning. I think it really works out well. Pause please. Hello. I'm filming right now. Say hello to YouTube. I'm filming right now. Say hello to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. How are you?
That was my mama. Okay, so threw me off to what I was saying. Oh my god, what was I saying? Pretty much, those are my results. I loved how my hair looked. I loved how it felt. Specifically, I loved how my hair felt. I think that's like what has me so happy again. My hair feels full. My ends are not stringy. I haven't had one fairy knot since I cut my hair thank the Lord, because that was like my biggest concern. I was like, what is going on with all these fairy knots? And honestly, I just think those ends had to go. I don't necessarily feel like they were damaged, because I feel like the season and the humidity really had a lot to do with the way my hair was like reacting or behaving. And I honestly think that if I would have just stuck it out until the colder season, my hair would have been fine. But I was over it. It was August and I've been dealing with it since like June or May, and I was just like, you know what, this has got to go. So 2 suggestions: if you have a lot of fairy knots, kind of wait it out until the colder season, see if your hair is changing or what's going on with your hair. Or 2, if you don't want to deal with fairy knots, or it's been going on for a very long time, then I would just suggest for you to cut your hair. Because, and even a trim, it doesn't have to be like a cut. It can totally be like a trim, like a step above a trim, like cut maybe 3 inches off if you're okay with that. Or, you know, start gradually and start seeing how your hair behaves. So I hope this video helped you guys. It was like a trimming slash how to get rid of fairy knots advice type of video. Yeah, I know you guys wanted to see how I cut my hair. I will try to film a more in-depth video next time. I'm gonna cut my hair here at my house, where I have the monitor in front of me, I have my mirror in front of me, I have like multiple angles that we can work with. That way you guys can get a real how do I say, like a real insight of how I cut my own hair. And maybe that would be more helpful versus this video, which was just like kind of like all over the place. But I hope you still learned something. I hope this video helped you. Fairy knots can be very, very annoying, and sometimes they just make us want to rip all our hair off. But don't do that. Sometimes stick it through. If not, go ahead and cut it off. Hair grows back. Sometimes you need that extra push, you know? All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comments down below. As well, let me know how you take care of your fairy knots, or what have you done in the past to help get rid of fairy knots if it's not cutting. Let me know. I would love to know. And also, we'll be able to help our curl friends in the comments down below. If you're not following me on Instagram, my Instagram is @Chelly'sCurls on Instagram, which I just said that. So if you're not following me on there, you can go ahead and follow me on there so we can be curl friends and, you know, chat about curly hair and everything else that life has to offer. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.